long time no yap. Let's get into it. I've been working on figuring out some life things and haven't had a chance to really sit down to put cards away into my binders in a while. I've been going to in-person events to get out of the house and hang with friends, so to say I'm backlogged on putting stuff away is an understatement. Anyways, let's just get into this. This is gonna be a new way of me using my camera's microphone, so hopefully it turns out good, but we will have to see how it is in post and editing it. Also, don't mind the dog hairs. I got a dog. His hair gets everywhere. Cool. Alright, Xikers up first. We don't have a ton, but we do have quite a bit, at least of the Spur era. Let's go ahead and put them in. This is gonna be Hunter. It's the first version of Hiker. Technically it's Hiker V2, but I like the way it looks here because it's the same back. We also have this Hunter, which is from the platform versions. I believe I'm still missing him. Yep. We're surprisingly making good progress on these. So, we're getting there with these. Here, can y'all see him? There you go. We got Piano Crown, which should be next up. Let's skip right over there. There we go. Now we gotta rotate the entire binder this way. There we go. Piano Crown. Oop. Piano Crown goes here. Now we're just missing Junmin and Yoojun. I believe I have, oh my god, there's a hair embedded. I believe I have Yoojun on the way, and Minjae is currently on a vacation in a photo card holder because I wanted to take him out to the actual concert. So we need to put him back in here, but I think we're only really missing Junmin maybe? We're missing one of these for sure, but I don't remember which one. Next up, we do have some of the play versions, which are in the back here. I can get out my wish list if needed, but that probably would be smart, wouldn't it? That would be quite smart. Alright, let me go get my wish list and I'll be right back. Speaking of templates, I know some people were curious about like what templates I use and what they are. I'll make a video on kind of what they are and where you get them, but specifically I am using the one day at a time 1024. That's what I use for the OT9 Plave, which is this right now. And then I either make my own, so I have like the Spur album as well. OT10, I have the OT10 Spur album as well as the Poco ones. I don't have the POBs because there's so many and I don't have time to update those. If you're curious about templates, just wait for me to put out a actual informational video on them and I can show you how to find them, how to download them, how to, you know, all the things. So this is Watch Out Play version 2 for Out. There we go. And then everything else is going to be Spur, so let's get right there. I didn't put these in any specific order. And I have my template if we need it, but this is Tricky version 1. Let me get the template up. You know how it is. This is Tricky version 1 for Minjae. I like how they're all on different parts of the set. I think it's pretty cool. We also have these two for this version. We have Junghoon and Junmin. Junghoon and Junmin. I'm really liking this like missing photo card thing that I got from one of my friends. But I think I might want to try to design my own eventually. Maybe make some like Tricky themed ones, like their little mascot Tricky. Maybe make some Tricky themed ones. But for now, this is what we're going to stick with. And I'm thinking about doing it for my other binders as well. But I don't know. I feel like that's going to take a long time. So definitely want to, but also definitely probably don't have the time to. So yeah. This is gonna be Hiker 1 for Spur. We just have that Hyamu. And everything else is from the platform versions. So let's skip on over there. This is like the concept one. We do have a Gensik, Hyunwoo, and Saiyan. I felt so bad at the time of whenever I did my send-off with them. I was so nervous. I was just defaulting to like what I could remember at the time. And I remember looking at Saiyan, I remember looking at Saiyan and saying Saiyan, and I felt so bad. But, you know, next time we will hopefully be able to do send-off and right that wrong, you know. Got two of these. They're like selfie versions with the signatures. These are not the signatures. This is like the regular Spur version, I think. Yep. And then this one is their signature one. We got Junman, Yoojun, and Saiyan. There we go. Alright, that's all we have for now. We're getting there. I need to put these Hello 82 ones up. I have all of them besides Junghoon so far. So if you are looking for Yoojun and you have Junghoon, let me know and we can potentially trade. I also might have some additional Crown PCs that I could trade. So yeah, just reach out to me. My Instagram, I'll leave it somewhere on screen right now for you to send me a DM if you're interested in possibly trading. Next up is going to be Joshua from 17. This is a general 17 binder because over here I have obviously not Joshua, but it's like 99% Joshua. I tried to put them in some order. I do try to put the orders somewhat together, but there's not really an exact like order, you know what I'm saying? Like this is from the same album, same prop, so I'm going to put them right next to it, you know? That's kind of all we do for that. Let's see. We have we have a lot of birthday. We have some merch stuff, some 11 letter. I'm gonna have to look at the back of these as we flip through. I do have a template. It is up to date, but I don't really organize it like that. I just kind of put the eras together, but like not super strict on it, you know? Moving to Sector 17, have a Face the Sun. There's Face the Sun. Same outfit, similar vibe, put them next to each other. Let's see what else we got. More Attica, semicolon. All of these. Ode. I have an ode. Do I put these in order? No. Okay. I have a singular ode. I'm just gonna put them here for now. Maybe when I have more, I'll put them in a more specific order. But for now, this is what we're gonna do. You know, same pages, same album. This is Dawn. This is Day. So I'm assuming. I'm looking at the back of these. You can't really tell. So I'm assuming that's how that is going to be organized. Based on where my brain was when I actually put them together. This is more Japanese stuff. This is like merch. So I'm just going to put this Shua with the other Shuas. Because it's a merch boy. Then there's this, which is the 11 letter repackaged album. And these are all tour and stuff in the back. So I'm just going to put this with the older stuff for now. I'm just going to put them on this page. Because I believe for him we do reverse album order, which means we got to take some pages out of here and put them in the front. So for birthday I have quite a few, so I'm going to just take like 2 pages. So we can have enough, you know? Eventually I want him to be in a big fancy binder with all the cool fancy pages and stuff, but right now this is what we got for him. All of this is gonna be birthday. Oh my gosh, I realized I put it on the wrong page. Hold on. So all of this is gonna be for birthday. We have so many. I know there's like specific concepts and stuff, so I'm just gonna kind of put them with the similar backs. I do like when the backs lined up, I really do. So we're gonna probably do that. We have 3 of these, so we're gonna do this first. I know there's like 4 of each, but for now, we're just gonna put them in the order that makes the most sense. Some of these I actually sleeved wrong, or when I was trading I forgot to put the sleeve on in my preferred way. So I'm gonna do that right now. This version of the album. What else we got? I think I'm gonna leave that page as is for now. We'll start the other page. I really like him in the white with the little makeup stuff done. I'll just do like this for now. There's bound to be more eventually. So that's all we're gonna do for Joshua. Okay, so next up is gonna be WayV, which still is housed in the same binder as ZB1 and Omega X. So I'm moving all of Jaehyun into his own binder, so eventually this will just be, I think it'll be ZB1 and WayV until we actually have a proper binder for them individually. I do prefer them to have individual binders, but right now we don't have individual binder funds, so we're gonna stick with them, you know. Alright, I think I do reverse order for them as well. Don't have any frequency. I'm like gonna look at the back of these. I have one, get me that. Is this a dupe? This is for sure a dupe. Alright, so we have 1 dupe. And the rest are pretty old, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip on over. I don't have any Golden Age. They're like Resonance and Awaken, so. Universe. Kickback. This one goes here. This is the Arrival Kino. Is it Kino or Keynote? I feel like I've heard it pronounced both ways. We have the Awaken. Here we go. Let me look at my wish list and try to figure out which one this one is real quick. Alright, and this is gonna be the Future Kino. At least based off my template. There we go. Missing a lot of Yang for Resonance, but we got a lot of Yang for other ones, so it's okay. Okay, so Ateez is split up between a couple different eras, so we're gonna go in binder order, which is this binder, which is debut to Crazy Form, missing the Fever Part 1, 2, and 3 eras, just because I like to see the backs of them kind of laid out a little bit differently. And then everything else is Crazy Form to current, with the exception of the very, very new stuff, because I haven't had time to put it up. And then we also have like a pop binder. We do have this group card, so we're gonna add it in there. I know it's blue and the other ones are pink, but it fits the theme. There we go. We also have only one for the early debut eras. Let's find those. I believe it's the song that goes maybe on this page here. Yes. Okay. Oh my god. These are out of order. We're matching. Yeah, we're matching the other one. Okay, so San goes here. There we go. I'm trying to match these with the order for the very first ones, but I don't know how we're gonna do that. Also, I know some of them are like maybe slightly different colored There's a bunch of different prints of these. There's technically 3 prints, with one of them being the platform. So there's first press, second press, and then the platform, which is what people normally call the second press. Ateez's printing manufacturer or whatever, they like switched their printing manufacturers, and so that's when you get these. So technically the darker one is first press, like it comes from the pizza box, and the second one that looks exactly like it is from the platform, but I'm waiting until I actually have time and resources to actually find a sealed one in person before I can confirm or deny that claim. But based off of all the ones I've seen and gotten and seen people open, that's what I can judge for now. We have a lot of Fever eras, so I'm just going to take those out for now, and we'll put those up in just a moment. Alright, so we have a lot of movement to put away. Where to go? Based off of the backs, question mark? I should get a template, shouldn't I? Yeah, let me get these in order and I'll be right back. For this one, we got Mingi and Jongho. And now we're back to the usual order, which is Matt, Yoongi, Woosansang, and then Jongho. Version 2, which is Jongho here. We got this Hongjoong. And then Limited, which is just a Sunny. Cute little Horanghe Sunny, mind you. Next up, we have this version where we have Jongho and Yuno. And then next up, we have a dupe of this one, it seems, so we'll put him in the dupes pile for trading later. And then for the limited, we have 3 boys. We got a Watan, which is awesome. I love this jacket on Songhwa. It's so freaking cute with a little distressed denim and stuff. I love it. So for this, we only have movement we only have this version, and then we only have some limited in. So for limited, it's just Jongho again. Let me confirm that. And this is the Hello 82 one, I think. Oh, this is the Digipack. And then we have the 3. Yep. We're going to skip over this. We do have one of the 2 last ones we need for like all of the movement era to be done. And for that, it is just, I believe, a Songhwa. Let me find him. Here he is. Yes, it is the last Songhwa we need for sure. Yeah, it's this Songhwa. And then we only need the Mingi left. And I have a lot to trade. I just have to find someone who has the Mingi. It's the Mingi. Where is it? Oh, I can never find it when I need it. It's this hair Mingi, but he's pinching his cheek. And I can never find it. But that's the last one we need for all of movement era to be completed. Next, we do have some outlaws, so we're going to go ahead and skip on over there. We are officially done. I'm just finding all of the PCs around in my house to put away. It's just these 2 from the little peekaboo sets. So I gotta find those. These are album, not platform, so they should be farther in the back, I believe, unless I did it reverse. Yeah, I did it reverse, so they'll probably be in the front, maybe? Question mark. Yeah. Here we go. Hongjoong and Jongho. So we are done with this, just gotta find them around my house. So, around my house I'll find these 3 probably. And if I don't, I'll have to re-update my wish list for like the 1000th time for Witness. But that's what we got for now for this binder. Okay, so this binder is just Ateez OT8 first press for their Fever eras. I have most of them done. I'm finished all of them. I just have to get these ones in the mail and stuff. But I have only 2 that I know for sure I'm missing, which is Uyang and Son, and then I'll be finally done from what I believe that I've written down. From what I've written down in my notes section on my little iPad. But the first ones we have today are gonna be from part 2. It's only 2 from part 2. So let's flip on over. Okay, and for this one, we have both of them. For this version, we have Yuno and Songhwa. So let me put those up. These are only single-sided, so I do have to put them in kind of like behind, if that makes sense. And since Mingi was missing from part 2 of Fever, I just moved Hongjung, Songhwa, and over one, and then this row will just be empty. So it doesn't look like they'll all be missing, but I'll probably put a filler or something in for this row, because they're still at C8 even if Mingi was on hiatus and doing his own thing. The next one we have is for part 3. This starts part 3 era. Let me grab all of those. There's quite a bit for part 3, I believe. Yep, quite a lot from part 3. Let's find them. This is the green back. So we have these 2. We have Yuno and Songhwa. There we go. Yuno and Hwa. And now we can see OT8 and see the backs. Oop. Wow, went in reverse. Hold on. I do like this layout more than I did in my other ginormous binder. That had the same layout, except it was like 4 instead of 3. It was literally like 4 rows, like long, if that makes sense. I love the binder, don't get me wrong, but this one I like because I can see the back, because the backs have little designs that line up. They aren't technically in order, but it is what it is. They're in the order that I put them in, and that makes my brain happy. This is the orange back. A couple of those for sure. Let's see who we got. We got Wooyoung Jungho. Alright, so Woo goes here. Hold on, which back is this? Woo goes on top here. And then Yosong here. And then, which Jungho is this? This is the one that goes up here. And there we go. And then this is Songhwa, the one that goes on the top. And there we go. Nice. It's like so, it's just so satisfying to me. So if I'm laughing or just like quiet for a second, that's why. We have the last Wooyoung to complete this. So that bottom row is complete. And then last but not least, we do have a few epilogues, so let's put those away and then we'll get right on to the end of this video. Alrighty, so for epilogue, we only got 3 boys to put away, and first of which is going to be this Hongjung. He goes to this version. So this side is not going to be in line, but this side is going to be in line in terms of like the actual order. If I wanted them all to be perfectly in line and to where the backs line up, I would have to put them literally in complete reverse order, and I don't want to do that, so yeah. The last 2 are from the green backs, which is a Hongjung and a San. So let's put those up. Hongjung goes here, and then Sunny goes, I think it goes in the top one. Yep. Woo-san. There we go. Awesome. Yes. So this binder officially ends with epilogue, and then it picks back up in the following era in that other binder we were just in. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully the mic is not that bad. I have had to record and then completely scrap videos before because the mic quality not being that great. This time I am just using the camera itself and hoping that the internal microphone is gonna be great. At worst, I will have to do the next one where I just do a voiceover the entire time. But for now, we are going with this. And we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this is entertaining. I hope that you guys like this shorter style of me putting photo cards away in my binder. I've been recording like hour-plus long ones and then editing it down, and it's like still like barely less than an hour, and I feel like that's too long. I feel like that's too long to listen to, too long to watch, and my attention span can't watch that, so I feel like other people's attention spans aren't as long to watch. So we're gonna try to stick with a little bit shorter versions of putting photo cards away, at least for now, until I have, I guess, more to talk about or a better sense for how to pace those, because I'm not gonna sit around an hour plus just listening to someone say, oh, these are cute, you know? So yeah, I say so a lot, don't I? Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you would like to potentially trade with me for these dupes and or other cards, please do follow me on my Buy Sell Trade Instagram. I'll link that somewhere here right now. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.